They say that any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Well, we are on the cusp of such a breakthrough, and find out what they mean not just for the future of war, but for humanity's future, full stop. The results will surprise you. This is the rise of AI-powered weapons, and this is what they mean for the future of war. Artificial intelligence capable of making life or death decisions in the heat of battle. It sounds like a science fiction fantasy, but it's actually closer to reality than ever. First up, we have autonomous drones. These are unmanned aerial vehicles that can fly without a human pilot. They're typically used for transporting goods or supplies, but some of them are also armed and can engage targets. The US Army is currently testing a new type of autonomous vehicle called the Mobile Protected Firepower System. They're essentially aircraft carriers that can operate without a human crew. After all, we don't want machines making life or death decisions without proper oversight. That's why many of these systems are still in the testing phase. We need to make sure that they're accurate, reliable, and safe before we deploy them in combat. The idea is that an autonomous aircraft carrier would be able to launch and recover aircraft, coordinate with other units, and engage targets, all without any human intervention. For example, some people worry that these machines will be too accurate and that they'll end up killing innocent civilians. Both sides have been using drones to great effect, but Russia has also deployed its new robotic infantry fighting vehicle called the Uran-9. In fact, the US Army is planning to deploy its first combat vehicle by 2023. It's called the Mobile Protected Firepower System, and it's designed to provide heavy firepower while protecting the soldiers who operate it. The Uran-9 is equipped with a 30mm cannon and a machine gun. It can also be used to carry out reconnaissance missions and to provide fire support to Russian troops. While it's unclear how effective the Uran-9 has been in combat, it's clear that Russia is serious about developing and deploying AI-powered weapons. Should we develop our AI-powered weapons, or should we ban them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. For example, these machines could help to protect human soldiers from harm's way. So let's take a moment to consider what this means for the future of war. Some experts believe that AI-powered weapons could make wars more likely, not less likely. After all, if these weapons are autonomous, it means that countries could go to war without having to risk their own soldiers' lives. It's a dangerous prospect, but one that we need to be prepared for. They could also help to reduce the cost of war, and they could also help to prevent wars from happening in the first place. They argue that these weapons are so deadly that no country would ever risk using them against another country. But one thing is for sure, these technologies are developing rapidly, and we need to be prepared for anything. This is probably wishful thinking, but it's a nice thought nonetheless. Ultimately, it's up to us to decide whether or not the benefits of using AI-powered weapons outweigh the risks. Others worry that these weapons will be used to develop autonomous killer robots, which could have far-reaching implications for humanity. They believe that these technologies can be developed and used responsibly. However, others were more pessimistic. They believe that these weapons are too dangerous to ever be used, and that we should ban them outright. These are all valid concerns that need to be addressed as we develop these technologies further. However, this technology is still in the early stages of development. In fact, the US Navy has yet to deploy any autonomous aircraft carriers in real-world scenarios. It's a self-driving truck that can move through difficult terrain and deliver high-precision artillery fire. But in the future, wars could become even more deadly thanks to advances in AI-powered weaponry. Imagine a world where entire armies are made up of robots, and where decisions about life and death are made by machines. It's a scary thought, but it's also a reality that we're quickly approaching. The system is controlled by a human operator, but it can navigate and avoid obstacles without assistance. They're typically equipped with cameras and other sensors that allow them to collect intelligence or even engage targets. Some countries, including the United States, have already deployed these drones in combat. In fact, US military has been using them in Iraq and Syria for years now. The latest iteration of these drones is the MQ-9 Reaper. It's a surveillance drone that can be used to collect intelligence or engage targets. The Reaper is equipped with a variety of sensors, including high-resolution cameras, infrared sensors, and a synthetic aperture radar. It can carry up to 4 Hellfire missiles or to 500-pound bombs. The Reaper is controlled by a ground station, and it can remain airborne for up to 27 hours at a time. You see, up until recently, most military robots were nothing more than glorified tools. They could fly, drive, or sail, but they couldn't really think for themselves. They're typically used for transporting goods or conducting research, but some of them are also armed and can engage targets. In fact, The United States Navy recently conducted a test of its new unmanned surface vessel called the Ghost Rider. It's a small patrol boat that can operate autonomously to detect and track targets. During the test, the Ghost Rider detected and tracked a mock enemy ship and then engaged it with its onboard weapons. They needed a human operator to make all the decisions for them. But now things are changing. Thanks to advances in machine learning and artificial intelligence, robots are becoming ever more capable and autonomous, and some are even being deployed in combat zones around the world. So today we want to take you behind the scenes to show you how these amazing innovations work in 2021. The world's most advanced military powers spent over $700 billion on research and development of new technologies. Much of that went into developing ever more sophisticated robotic warriors. Today we're going to focus on one specific kind of robot, those that can make life or death decisions in the heat of combat. But they are semi-autonomous, meaning that they can carry out certain tasks without direct human supervision. For example, they can identify targets, track them, and even engage them if necessary. In many ways, these AI-powered machines are already changing the face of war. More specifically, we'll be talking about 4 types of artificial intelligence systems: autonomous drones, autonomous ground vehicles, autonomous ships, and autonomous aircraft carriers. But first, we need to get into what makes these machines so special. These machines are not yet fully autonomous, meaning that humans still have to make the final decision on whether or not to fire weapons. So now let us take a look at the 4 different types of AI-powered weapons that are currently in development. Next, we have autonomous ground vehicles. These are unmanned vehicles that can drive without a human driver. Moving on to autonomous ships, these are unmanned vessels that can sail without a human crew. Finally, we have autonomous aircraft carriers. These are the most advanced type of AI-powered weapon in development today. One of the biggest challenges in developing these machines is ensuring that they can operate safely and effectively in the real world. There are also ethical concerns surrounding the use of AI-powered weapons. That said, there are also potential benefits to using AI-powered weapons. But one thing is for sure, these technologies are developing rapidly and soon they could be used in real-world conflicts. War is hell. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, war is always brutal and deadly. Take for example, the recent conflict between Russia and Ukraine. But Russia is not alone. The United States, China, South Korea, and Israel are all developing similar technologies. So it's clear that AI-powered weapons are the future of warfare. But what does that mean for the future of humanity? Others believe that AI-powered weapons could actually make wars less likely. Ultimately, only time will tell what the future holds for AI-powered weapons and what they mean for humanity's future. Some of the experts we spoke to for this video were cautiously optimistic about the future of AI-powered weapons. We asked our experts, what do you think? If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like and subscribe to our channel for more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching.